Good morning and welcome to the channel. Welcome to another DIY project with Bernie. Today we are going to decorate a box frame that I want to decorate for my sister that she wants to use to put some antiques in. Let me show you guys the materials that we're going to use to do the box frame with. This is the little box frame. I took it apart already so that I can take the glass out so that the glass doesn't get damaged. This is the two little parts with the two little screws that comes at the back. This is the box itself that we will be painting first. This is the front side of the frame that goes up like this, that we will also be painting first. And then once the paint are dry, I am going to use the toffee brown paint. There's my paintbrush, and then when we're done, I've got this antique wallpaper print that we're going to potch on the front side of the frame. We're just going to put it on the front side of the frame to make it look nice. Here's the deco potch that we're going to use, but firstly we're going to paint it with the brown paint, and once the paint are dry, we will start the next step of the project. Like I said, firstly what we're going to do is we're going to quickly paint our little box, our frame, and our little gadgets here. Let me just put the glass and the little screws one side. A glass of water for cleaning my brush, my cloth for cleaning my brush. So firstly what we're going to do is we're going to firstly paint these two little fastening little pieces. Got my paintbrush here. Excuse me for that one. Like I said, it's a toffee brown that you can use on wood, ceramic, brisky, plaster, or for stenciling. It's crafter's paint, so, and it's a water-based paint, so you can easily use it. So let me quickly do these two little pieces, and then we can put them aside to dry. We will do the back sides once the front is dry. And we will redo the little corners there. And we're gonna just give it one coat first and see how it covered before we do a second coat. Just putting them one side. And then we're going to do the box real quickly. The inside and the sides of the box. And then we will do the back side once this is dry. So let's start with the inside of the box first. Get my bottle of paint closer, and then you're just going to continue until it's completely painted. like I said, you're going to give it one coat and let it dry, and then see how the coverage look before you give it a second coat. So what we're now going to do is we're going to start on the top here and do the sides as well. This is such a relaxing thing to do. It's like therapy. You sit and you just started creating something, or make something, or decorate something. It's so much fun. Now we're just going to put it and let it dry, and then we're going to start with the top side. Like I said, we will do the backs afterwards. So what you're going to do is you're going to just start your top here. Use a little bit of extra paint on the brush that we can start using. As you see, it's got little thingies there that we can just put down. Now we're gonna just start painting the top side here. And the inside of this little frame as well. I'm just making sure everything is covered. And now we're leaving it to dry. So what you do is you just put your paintbrush in some water. Like I said, it's water based. So this is going to take about an hour to dry. And then we will be back to do the back sides. The front sides are now dry. What I'm now going to do is, okay, the front sides are now dry. What we're now going to do is we're just going to flip them over. And we're quickly going to paint the bottom sides here. Just want to shake your paint up again. And dry your paintbrush off. And then we're quickly going to do the other side of this little and let that dry as well. Just there where you missed, you're just going to catch it and you're just going to place it down. That one made a little bubble in there. We have to take that little bubble out. There we go. And then you're gonna just do the same with this one. Where you missed, you're just gonna catch it quickly with some paint. Let's quickly paint this as well, because you want the whole thing covered. and looking nice. This is the little holes where those little squares comes in. So it's to keep the lid on the box. What's nice is this paint dries very fast. Because it is a crafts paint. It does dry really fast. This side, I missed a little spot here, just catching it now. There we go. Now we're gonna just put this one side to dry, and then we're gonna just paint this little bottom of the box. And now we're gonna let this dry as well. And then once it's dry, like I said, we will start with the podging of the paper on the top of the frame. Our frame is now dry, and our little box is dry, and it's completely covered. It came out a nice little brown, toffee brown. So I'm just going to put our little box one side. And then what I'm now going to do is I'm going to take my paper, and I am going to just measure out my frame, and I'm going to cut it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pencil, and I'm just going to draw the line where I want to cut it on the outside and the inside, so that it looks the same as the frame. Just want to see, yes, my paper fits in perfectly. That's the outside, and then you're going to just do the same for the inside. What I will be doing is I will be using the cutting board and the utility knife and the ruler just to cut it out with. But what you want to do here, your paper is going to lift. So you want to just stick it here with a little piece of sellotape. Because I added the two papers together. That's all you want to do. You just want to stick it. And now you're going to just take your ruler and your utility knife, and you're going to cut your little frame out. Just be careful not to cut yourself when you do this. Always safety first. You see, now you're just taking your inside out. And now we're going to cut our the outside lines. I just want to make sure I'm still on the mat. And there we have our little cutout that we're actually now going to put on top here. So let me take the mat away. This will take several layers actually before it for it to seal properly. So and then we will seal it with clear lacquer as well, just to give it a decent seal. But I'm just gonna decorate the top. So what you're now going to do is you're gonna start bit by bit. You're gonna put your, and then you're gonna come down. So what you do is you're gonna take your potch. If you don't have potch, you can use white wood glue diluted in a little bit of water to also make like a sealant. Just want to clean my brush off decently. I don't want brown paint marks on our potch. Oh, let me get a clean brush. Let me take a clean brush. Nice clean brush. And then you're going to start by potching. Like I said, you're going to do bit by bit. You're going to take your potch and you're going to give it a layer. It's like glue. This acts like a glue. And then very carefully you're going to place your paper there. It's like it's the same principle as like we decorated the little ostrich egg. I just want to place it first before we do the top cover, the top layer of the potch. So now you're going to just slowly lower it, bit by bit. You're going to wipe, just rub it down. Then you just want to get it into those little curves there. It's nicer. And you can't even really see where I've joined the paper together. If it make a little bit of creases, that's not a problem, because that is what's giving it the character. If you want it nice and smooth, you can always roll it out to be nice and smooth. But she said she wants it to look old, so I am going to try my best to make it look that way. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to start. I'm going to put your layer of potch over. And just starting to seal it. You don't want to wipe too hard because you don't want your paper to tear. So it's the same as what you would do with a serviette. I have given it now about 4 layers of potch. So they took about half an hour between each layer to dry. So I'm just going to put this now one side. But we will be just quickly putting a layer of potch just on the sides, just to seal it as well. And then we're going to put it one side, and we're going to quickly seal the little box as well, so that it's just sealed, and so that she can wipe it off when it's getting dusty. So what I'm doing now is I'm just giving the sides a seal, and then we're going to give the little box a seal as well. And once this is dry, we will give the bottom side also just a layer of to seal it. As you can see, it's nice and shiny. But like I said, I will spray the top side with some clear lacquer as well. And now I'm just going to place this one side to dry. And then we're going to quickly just seal our little box on the inside and the sides. And then once it dry, we will just seal these little fasteners as well, just to give it that little nice finish. It's not taking that long to dry. So let's quickly seal our box on the inside as well. Just like you would do with your paint, you're just gonna quickly seal it. Of course, if it dries, it will give that little shiny effect. And there's our little box now sealed with the Podge. We're gonna let it dry for a bit. And then we will come back to do the bottom sides. Okay, the top sides are now dry, nice and dry. So what we're now going to do is we're gonna quickly seal the bottom side of both of these. So let's do this one first. Do these, like I said, do these two little ones first actually. Just like that. You gotta just, the back also, just seal them. I'm just using the pencil to clean the little hole out. That one as well, you're just gonna, just a thin layer. I'm gonna put it up. And then we're gonna quickly seal this little part also. Let's put this now one side, and then we gotta just quickly seal the bottom side of the little box. Okay, this is now done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to wash our brushes and make sure they're nice and clean for next time's use. Okay, our frames, the Podge is now dry. It's now nice and sealed, as you can see. So what we're now going to do is we're going to assemble it quickly. But first, before we assemble it, I am just going to clean the glass with a little bit of methylated spirits. If it wants to come out. Okay, pump action doesn't want to work. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a soft cloth. And you're just going to quickly wipe it off with some methylated spirits. And you're just going to clean it off. And then you're just gonna rub it clean, because it is a little bit dusty. So the side that's now clean, we're gonna put in our frame first, face down. And then we will clean the other side as well. There's our little glass in, so we're just gonna take our methylated spirit side and we're just gonna quickly clean the little glass off as well, this side. And then you just want to wipe it. I'm just switching the glue gun on because I just want to put a little bit of a decoration on the front side. So let's just close this, put this one side. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take our little box and we're going to just put it on. Then what you're going to do is you're going to just take your little screw. It came with a little screw that you're just going to assemble it with. There we go. And then we're just gonna quickly fasten this side as well. And there we go. Our little box is now back assembled, looking like this now. What we're now going to do is, like I said, I've made a little orange bow and I've got a little flower. So what I'm now going to do is I'm just going to put the little bow here on the top here. Now you're going to just take your glue gun and you're going to put some glue here on your little bow. And you're just going to stick it without burning yourself. And then what I'm going to do is I've got this little flower that I'm just going to put on top of it. You're going to do the same. You're going to just put a decent amount of glue on your little flower, and then you're gonna just stick it on your little bow. And there's our little frame, all done. There's our little box frame all done. Now my sister can just put in whatever she wants on the inside. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and a comment and a share if you don't mind. It would help this video out tremendously. Have a great day. See you on the next one. Bye.